Very good morning everybody. Welcome back to Chandan Logics. You're watching YouTube live session English. My name is Shyam. So in this session we are going to continue yesterday's SBI PO mock test paper. So you're watching the part 2 of the yesterday's SBI PO paper explanation session. Yesterday we have discussed around 24 questions in the SBI PO exam mock test paper explanation, and we found that this paper is very challenging, and then we all had a discussion and we have come to a conclusion that today also we will take this paper forward. Let us not miss this paper, correct? Even I felt the same like the way you felt. I also wanted to complete this paper because there are wonderful questions in this paper waiting for us. So yesterday's session, if you have missed yesterday's session, don't worry. Go to the Chandan Logics English YouTube channel and then you can go to the yesterday's live session where we have discussed the first 24 questions. And in today's session, we are going to continue from question number 25. So once again, I welcome you all to the English class, and very good morning Vishnu, very good morning Swapna. So yesterday at the end of the session, I remember I have asked you to find out the answer to this question. So what do you think is the answer? Question number 25. I'll read the question once. I'll tell you the lengthy procedure and also I'll tell you the shortcut, both ways, okay? The journalist's report was both dash and dash, managing to dash even the most well-guarded aspects of the scandal. So there is a report. You're talking about basically a report. There is a particular report and you're talking about that report. Journalist has given the report. Now how was the report? That report was dash and revealing. Do you know the meaning of the word revealing? Revealing means something very important, something that has got some context, something which is very significant. So here also there should be some positive word, correct? Because revealing is a positive word here. You're talking about the journalist report. So there should be something which is in the positive context. Now if you observe the options properly, biased is negative. Do you know the meaning of biased? Biased means very partial towards somebody. Like we say nepotism, you know, which is a negative word. Here also vague. Vague is also negative word. What is the meaning of vague? Vague means unclear. Vague means unclear. Vague means ambiguous. Vague means unclear. Vague means ambiguous. Vague means inexplicit. And now here there is a word called redundant. This is also wrong because redundant means extra. Redundant means unnecessary. Redundant means superfluous. They are all negative words, correct? Now calculation is a neutral word. Insightful is a neutral word. But the difference is calculation, what is a parts of speech? Calculation parts of speech, it is a noun. And what is a parts of speech of insightful? Insightful parts of speech, it is adjective. Now you are talking about the report. You are talking about the report given by the journalist. Very good morning Saivardhan. You are talking about the report given by the journalist. What parts of speech do you expect? Naturally we expect the parts of speech to be adjective. So the answer is option B. The answer is option B. Okay. This is one way of doing this question. You read the sentence, understand the meaning of the sentence, understand what he is trying to say, then look at the options. It is all one procedure, but I don't suggest. You know, always I suggest you to go for shortcuts. Don't see the question first of all. Look at the options first of all. Vague is a negative word. Biased is a negative word. Redundant is a positive word. Now there are two options left. Calculation is a neutral word. Insightful. You know the meaning of insightful? Insightful means something which has got very good level of information. So insightful means something which has got very good value, very inspiring kind of thing. Okay, it is definitely positive word. Calculation is a neutral word. Now, like I have said, you talk about report, adjective should come. So naturally insightful should be your answer. Insightful should be your answer. Insightful should be your answer. What do you think, guys? Okay, easy question, right? Now, do you have any other doubts regarding this question? What is the meaning of the word uncover? What is the meaning of the word uncover? Uncover. What is the meaning of the word uncover? Uncover means reveal a secret. Open. Uncover means reveal a secret. Open. We also use the word unveil. Uncovering means revealing a secret. Opening a secret. Unveil. Okay. Right. I hope you got the answer clearly, guys. Question number 26. Now we are going to have a different kind of experience. In the following question, 4 sentences are given, out of which 1 is incorrect. There is only 1 sentence which is incorrect. Now we must identify which sentence is incorrect. Wow. Perfect. Perfect. Guys, can you try this answer? Can you try this answer? Guys, can you try this answer? Only 1 sentence is incorrect. Can you tell me which is incorrect and why? Yes, I'm waiting for your answer. I'm waiting for your answer. Can you make it fast? So there may be 1 incorrect statement, there may be 2 incorrect statements, there may be 3 incorrect statements, or all are correct is also possible. All are correct is also possible. What do you think, guys? Yes. Okay. Let us read the first option. After the final whistle, the crowd erupted in cheers and waved their flags with joy. After the final whistle. So if we had the final whistle, means running race, for example, 1, 2, 3, go, whistle. Everybody starts running. The crowd erupted. Erupted means come out with force. Erupted in cheers and waved their flags with joy. Honestly, this is a beautiful sentence. There is no problem at all with this sentence, my dear friends. Very honestly, this is a beautiful sentence. There is no problem at all. Now look at the B sentence. So when A is no problem, then remove the options where there is A, correct? B. She is not only talented in painting but also skilled in writing poetry. Wow, perfect statement. I don't think there is any problem. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Second option could have been incorrect if something else is here. Like in the place of writing, if something else wrote, written, write. Here everything is perfect. See, in painting, in writing, perfectly designed. No problem at all. Look at the option C. The manager along with his assistants. Yes, my dear friends, this is absolutely a wrong sentence. The manager along with his assistants is a wrong sentence. Here you are talking about manager. Here you are talking about assistants. But in between the manager and assistants, you find along with. Whenever there are 2 subjects and in between along with, the first subject becomes the main subject. I repeat, when there are 2 subjects like this A and B, in between along with comes, the first subject becomes the main subject. Means here manager is the main subject. If manager is the main subject, then manager is singular. So we can't use were, we have to use was. We can't use were, we have to use was. What do you think, guys? The manager along with his assistants was attending. Okay. So naturally C is wrong. So here C is here. Now naturally there is no other option left. So this should be the right statement. And option C should be the right answer. If you want to know more details about the option C, what the problem is there is a concept in our English grammar called subject verb agreement conquered. In the topic called conquered, you will experience wonderful rules like that. I hope you got it clear. Let me go to the question number 27, my dear friends. Here we go to the question number 27. Again, identify which sentence is incorrect. Can you make it faster? Yes, guys. Can you make it faster? I'm waiting for your answer. I'm waiting for your answer. Yes, answer. Yes, answer. Let us have a look at the option 1. Option 1. Neither the board members nor the CEO. In English, there is a beautiful topic called subject-verb agreement. In the topic called subject-verb agreement, there is a beautiful rule that says, imagine neither is here, neither A nor B. Neither A nor B. So guys, whenever we have a model like neither A nor B, then B should be considered the main subject. In the case neither A nor B, B must be considered the main subject. If B is the main subject, what is the main subject here? CEO is the main subject. So CEO is singular. So was is perfect. There is no problem in the first statement, guys. First statement is beautiful. There is no problem with the first statement, guys. Second statement. They were praised both for finishing the project early and for demonstrating leadership under pressure. Beautiful statement. There is no problem here. They were praised both for finishing the project early and for demonstrating leadership under pressure. There is no error here. Guys, here in the second option, if there is something to observe very carefully, that is for finishing, for demonstrating. So this is called parallelism. This is called parallelism. For finishing something, for demonstrating something. This is called parallelism, perfectly aligned. Here if you observe, they were praised. This is passive voice. This part of the sentence is called passive voice, which is also perfectly designed. So there is no problem, my dear friends. Option number C. By the time the presentation began, most attendees had already found their seats and settled in. My dear friends, this is a perfect statement. This is a very perfect statement. This is a very perfect statement. Why? Why is this perfect? Because this question, the biggest observation that you have to make is tenses. By the time the presentation began, began is simple past tense. V2, past simple. The attendees had already presented. So, this is called past perfect. If you observe this sentence carefully, what is the first action? The attendees already sat down in the chairs. That is the first action. Presentation began later. So in the tenses, there is a beautiful rule called past perfect. It says, when two actions already completed in the past, the very first action should be in the past perfect. The very first action should be in the past perfect. So here this is in the past perfect. No problem. Perfect sentence. So naturally there could be a chance this is wrong and 100% this is wrong. Whenever there is a verb called avoid, immediately what must come? Gerund must come. Immediately what must come? Gerund must come. Gerund must come. So he avoided to speak is wrong. He avoided to speak is wrong. He avoided speaking. He avoided to speak is wrong. He avoided speaking. He avoided to speak is wrong. He avoided speaking. There is a rule called gerund. Whenever verb avoid comes, there must be gerund. Whenever verb avoid comes, there must be gerund. He avoided speaking. Okay, this is perfect. Now I think someone has got a doubt about this statement. Sir, why can't both come here? They both were. Here we are not talking about two boys or two girls. When I say they, I am not talking about two students or two boys and two girls. I am talking about, we don't know who is they. Here the pronoun they, we don't know. It can be 2 students, 5 students, 100 students. Here they, there is no clarity. There may be 2 students or 100 students. But the purpose of both is, why were they praised? Why were they praised? Because reason number 1, they finished the project. Reason number 2, they had good administrative skills, leadership skills. So these 2 are the reasons why they were praised. That is why here both comes. Okay? Okay. So here option 4 is wrong, only D is wrong. Okay, right? Right. Chalo. Let's go to the question number 28, guys. If today we have enough time, let us also do passage as well. Very nice question waiting for us. Question number 28, your answer please. Question number 28, your answer please. I'm waiting for your answer. Yes, guys. What is your answer? Very, very nice questions are waiting for us. What could be the incorrect statement? Yes, guys. I'll tell you a secret here. Do you want me to tell you a shortcut here? Normal student starts reading all the 4 sentences. Don't do that. Imagine you found this sentence wrong and you also found this sentence wrong. Naturally the answer would be none is correct. Naturally answer could be none is correct. You understand? Okay, that is what exactly has happened here. First statement is 100% wrong. Why do you think the statement 1 is wrong? Because every student and a teacher. So in English grammar, there is a beautiful rule called every. So every is always singular, my dear friends. Whenever we use every in a sentence, everything should be singular. So here we can't use have, we have to use has. Every student and teacher in the remote village has received. Every is always, the subject every takes the singular verb. Singular verb, singular verb. This is one reason. First statement is wrong. Clear? Now guys, why do you think the second statement is wrong? Why do you think the second statement is wrong? Why do you think the second statement is wrong? She insisted to speak. See, just like the previous question where we talked about avoid. Whenever avoid comes, ing, gerund comes, insist also is very similar. There is a preposition rule called, my dear friends, insist. Whenever insist comes, the preposition should be on and that should follow gerund form. That should follow gerund form. So whenever there is a case called insist, following preposition on, following gerund form. So she insisted to speak is wrong. What should be there? She insisted on speaking. She insisted to speak. Wrong. She insisted on speaking. She insisted to speak. Wrong. She insisted on speaking. Okay? Okay. Let me talk about option C. Why this is also wrong? Why do you think the option C is wrong? Why do you think the option C is wrong? Now here we must talk about why option C is wrong. He was determined in overcoming his fear, which is 100% wrong. He was determined in overcoming his fear. He was determined to overcome 2 plus V1. He was determined to overcome his fear. He was determined to overcome his fear. Did you understand the logic here, guys? He was determined to overcome his fear. See, every rule so far we have been discussing is all about, if you observe carefully, is all about verb usage, correct? Here we are talking about how to use the verb, correct? So he was determined to overcome. He was determined. Like for example, the students are determined to crack the PO job. I am determined to guide my students. She is determined to win this game. He is determined to become successful in his life. So determined to, okay? Determined to, okay? Let me go to the option number 4. If the team finished the proposal on time, the client will approve the next phase. 100% wrong. Why? See, this statement started with if, correct? Whenever we talk about if, what should come, guys? If is talking about conditionals. In the topic conditional clause, there are different rules. If the conditional clause is in V1, main clause should be will plus V1. If the conditional clause is V2, main clause should be would plus V1. How many of you know this rule? Yes or no? Do you know this rule, guys? Do you know this rule, guys? Do you know this rule, guys? So it talks about conditional clause. It talks about what? Conditional clause. It talks about conditional clause, okay? So that's the whole point here, guys. If you talk about V1, it should be will plus V1. V2, would plus V1, okay? So what happens here? If the team finished the proposal, here it is already V2. If the conditional clause is V2, the main clause should be would approve. So we have two ways to look at it. We have two ways to modify the sentence. If the conditional clause is in V1, main clause is will plus V1. If the conditional clause is V2, main clause is would plus V1. If the team finishes the proposal, the client will approve. If the team finished the proposal, the client would approve. Am I clear? Yes. Beautiful 4 sentences, but the problem is all the 4 sentences are wrong. I will also give you clarity about what the topic here is talking about. This topic is called conquered subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement, every always singular. And this topic is called actually verb and also prepositions. Insist comes on plus ing. Here also we talk about to infinitive, which is a part of verb. Determined comes 2 plus V1. This topic talks about conditionals. See, the reason why I am giving you clarity is, if all these 4 sentences are incorrect, which means you should be thorough with different topics of grammar. What do you think, guys? Yes, Swapna, very clear. Sai, am I clear? Vishnu, am I clear? Question number 29. Can I get your answer now? Guys, can I get your answer now? Can I get your answer now? Can I get your answer now? Again, which statement is incorrect? No. Out of the 4 sentences, 1 sentence is error-free. Vishnu, see the importance of reading the instruction. Imagine if we hadn't read the instruction there, things would have been worse. In the previous sentences, we found the wrong sentence. But now we must find the error-free, which means the correct sentence we should find. So, how much time you need? 30 seconds only I will wait. I can't give you all the day. Yes, make it fast, guys. Which sentence is correct? Which sentence is correct? Which sentence is correct? Which sentence is correct? There may be 1 correct sentence, 2 correct sentences, 4 correct sentences. Guys, observe the option number 1. I'm telling you first statement is wrong. I'm telling you first statement is wrong. How? Very simple, right? Basic grammar, basic grammar. If the helping verb had comes, the verb should be in the V3. What do you think, guys? If the helping verb is had, the verb must be in the V3. What do you think? Had plus V3. Here began is a problem. Began is a problem. What should come there? Had begun. Had plus V3, correct? Had begun. Easy questions, Swapna. Shall we try the second one? Students, I am telling you now, second statement is wrong. How? Saivardhan can tell me why second statement is wrong. Yes, why second statement is wrong? Quick reason. Time is short. This is PO exam. You need to be very sharp and accurate and fast. Second statement is wrong. I'll tell you a secret. Do you want a secret today? Do you want Shamsa to tell you a secret? Being. My dear friends, in English grammar, being is a beautiful word. Being is only used in passive voice. How many of you know this? The be form, there are three be forms. Be, been, being. So in English there is a beautiful rule. Being is used only in passive voice. Now the problem is in passive voice, the verb must be only V3. In passive voice, the verb must be only V3. So here there is being, which means there must be only V3 used. Deteriorate is not V3, my dear friends. Deteriorate is V1. So deteriorate. So deteriorated should come. Being deteriorated. The charity event was postponed due to the weather conditions. Being deteriorated. Do you understand this shortcut? In English language, being comes only in passive voice. In passive voice, the verb is always V3, my dear friends. Okay. Now, let me talk about option 4. This is also wrong. Students, can you tell me why fourth option is wrong? Between cooking dinner and two helping. Why two here? Why two? Two is not needed. Read the sentence without to, then you will find it. Between cooking dinner and helping the kids, she barely had time to relax. Parallelism is important. See, cooking dinner, helping the kids. Fine. Gerund form, both are perfect. Why do you want to use a preposition to here, friends? Why do you want to use a preposition to here, friends? So the answer is the option C. Option C is the only right option. After hours of negotiation, the deal fell through. You know the meaning of fell through? Fall through means collapse. Fall through means fail. Fall through means fail, loss, disappointment, disappointing both the parties. Only option C is wrong. How beautiful the sentences are. Here the problem is with tenses, had plus V3. Here the problem is passive voice, being deteriorated. Here the problem is superfluous case, unnecessary preposition. How is the Josh going, guys? It's important. That is the reason why today also I have decided to continue with this paper, because this paper needs quality time. If we rush up, if we hurry up, things don't work. Guys, are you ready for the question number 30 confidently? Read the instructions, Swapna. Again, error free. We should find out which sentence is correct. Yes, Saivardhan, can you tell me this time? What could be the right answer here? Yes, which sentence is error free? Quick answer. Quick answer. Easy sentences. Your reading speed is important, Vishnu. Read the sentences as fast as you can. You're going to be probationary officer in a bank which needs the ability to handle multitasking. You need to be very sharp all the day, and you're dealing with money, not your money, people's money. Every rupee counts. Okay, banking sector today is definitely a matter of stress. one cannot deny the fact that bank job today has become one of the most stressful jobs. And of course, the career growth is going to be wonderful provided you handle the stress. And this is a part of not just training you in English, but also training you to handle stress. Option 1 is wrong, Vishnu. Can you tell me why option 1 is wrong? Can you tell me why option 1 is wrong? She has been working here since 5 years. This is 100% wrong. This is 100% wrong. Why, Vishnu? Because 5 years is period of time. 5 years is period of time. You cannot use the preposition since 5 years. You better say for 5 years. You cannot say since 5 years. You better say for 5 years. She has been working here for 5 years. Nose is no problem, Vishnu. Nose is fine. She has been working here for 5 years. Yes, Vishnu. Since versus verse. Since versus for. Since is used only point of time. For is used for period of time. I think option number 2, anybody can get it right. Easy question, right? The manager is A, team is B. A along with B. Manager becomes the subject. So were is wrong. Was is perfect. Now can you tell me why C is wrong, my dear friends? Can you tell me why C is wrong? Can you tell me why C is wrong? Each of the students has completed their assignment before the deadline. Why? Anybody can tell me why C is wrong? Yes, Saivardhan. Sharanya, why C is wrong? Yes. Swapna, why C is wrong? You want to make has into have? You want to change has into have? No. You cannot change has into have. There is a better way of modifying the sentence. What is that, guys? Yes. If you change has into have, you are making the sentence worse. Okay, listen carefully. Each. Guys, each is always singular. Like the way every is singular, each is also singular. Every is singular, each is also singular. Every is singular, each is also singular. Okay, every is singular, each is also singular. So now when the subject each is singular, has is perfect. There is no problem here. But if each is singular, has is singular, why they? There is plural. Instead of there, you can use his or her. You can use his or her. You can use his or her. Each of the students has completed his assignment. Each of the students has completed her assignment. This is it. Are you getting my point? My dear friends, that is why only D option is the right option. There is no problem with the D option, guys. Yes. Now we'll go to the next section. Before we go to the next section, students preparing for SSC CGL 2026, Chandan Logics is giving you the best content from all the subjects in both English and Telugu medium classes. You can contact them and get the right CGL course. Banking students, as you know, SBI PO 2026 Super Selection Batch is for you. Aptitude, reasoning, English, GK, all the subjects, all classes are waiting for you. You can get the right course. And we have 0 to Hero 2.0 batch. It talks about aptitude, reasoning, advanced maths. You can get this. Wow. What is the next question here? Which of the following phrases given below should replace the phrase printed in bold? Okay. So phrase replacement, sentence improvement. The conclusion of the research paper was aligned on the expert panels. This part of the sentence is underlined. Find the right replacement. Find the right substitution, my dear friends. Can you tell me what could replace that? What could replace that? Yes. What could replace that? Yes, guys. I'll tell you a secret here. A normal student, you know what he does? A normal student reads the complete sentence, reads the complete options, spends minimum 45 seconds on this question. But I don't want Shamsa students to do that. Be very smart. Learn the rules of the grammar properly. Align preposition is with. Khatam. The game is over. Tata, bye bye, see you. Align preposition is with. Where is align with? Finish. The answer is waiting for you. Align with. Align with. Align with. Align with. Finish. Do you think more time is needed? No. If you know the rule of the preposition, you can play football with this question. I want my students not to just learn English, but I want my students to play with English. Okay. Can you try this question number 32, guys? Yes. The balloon exploded. The loud noise. The balloon exploded. The loud noise. The balloon exploded to the loud noise. The balloon exploded into loud noise. The balloon exploded in the loud noise. The balloon exploded with the loud noise. What do you think is the answer? Yes, exploded with. The balloon exploded with a loud noise. Yes, guys, correct? The balloon exploded with a loud noise. The balloon exploded with a loud noise is the right answer. Simple question, nothing much to explain here. I think this is also very simple. Do you really think time is needed for this question? No, right? I'll give you only 5 seconds. Can you get me the answer in the comment section? I will give you only 5 seconds. Only 5 seconds. First of all, we should know the fundamental fact. When had, has, have, come, the verb should be always in the third form. Had plus V3, has plus V3, have plus V3. The verb should be in the third form, guys. If you observe, this is not the third form. This is not the third form. Okay? So now gone. You are talking about a girl, she. Guys, everybody knows this, no? She, have cannot be used. She has is okay. She had is okay. But you can't use she, have. First option gone, fourth option gone. Naturally, the answer is a C option. I know this question doesn't need much explanation, but still I have to tell you the rule. Okay, any doubts? I hope, Vamsi, you got it clear. She had written, had plus V3. Let me take you to the question number 34. Wow. Here we have, I think, a very tough question waiting for you. Phrasal verbs. What is it called? Phrasal verbs. Bog down, pan out, zero in, drum up, fizzle out. Guys, try to answer this question. Try this question. We call them phrasal verbs. We call them phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs, okay? Phrasal verbs. We call them phrasal verbs. Nice question waiting for you. What could be the answer, guys? Can you try? Yes, guys? Can you try the answer? What is the meaning of the given question? The initial excitement dash after the company failed to meet the customer expectation. So you are trying to say the initial excitement slowly came down, slowly decreased. That is called fizzle out. Fizzle out means reduce. Fizzle out means diminish. Fizzle out means decelerate. Fizzle out means tumble. So the initial excitement slowly decreased. The initial excitement slowly decreased. Fizzle out means decrease. I'll also explain the other options. What is the meaning of the option number 1, pan out? Pan out means succeed in something. Pan out means succeed in something. You got some success, that's called pan out. And the meaning of the expression zero in means complete focus. Zero in on means complete focus. Zero in on means complete focus. According to the meaning of the sentence, you're trying to say the customer's excitement, the customer's happiness slowly decreased. So fizzle out is the answer. Now I'm going to give you a homework. Homework. You must find out the meaning of drum up and the meaning of bog down. Phrasal verbs, okay? You must find the meanings of drum up and the meaning of bog down and message your answers in the comment section, not now, after the live session is over. Question number 35 is again a simple question. If the team would have followed the instructions carefully, they might have avoided the accident. Yes, easy question. Easy question. Yes, guys, easy question. What is here? If. Whenever if comes, guys, there are 3 types. We call them type 1 conditional, type 2 conditional, type 3 conditional. Type 1 conditional says if the conditional clause is present simple, main clause future simple. Type 2 says if the conditional clause is V2, main clause is would plus V1. Type 3 says if the conditional clause is had plus V3, main clause is would have plus V3. Main clause is would have plus V3. I think I am clear. So the sentence started with already conditional clause. In the main clause might have plus V3. So here what should come is had plus V3. Option 2 is the right answer. Option 2 is the right answer. Okay, option 2 is the right answer. In the third conditional, there could be would have plus V3, could have plus V3, might have plus V3. All the 3 are okay. Would have plus V3, could have plus V3, might have plus V3. All the 3 are fine. Okay. If the team had followed the instruction carefully, they might have avoided the accident. Okay. Now whatever tested in this question belongs to the type 3. Conditional clause had plus V3, main clause would have plus V3. That's it. Let me go to the question number 36. I think now we are talking about simple jumbled exercises. Easy level jumbled. Can you get me the answer fast? Guys, can you get me the answer fast? Easy level jumbled. Easy level jumbled. Answer please fast. Yes, easy question. Easy question. Yes, answer. So, are you trying to read all the 5 parts of the sentence? Don't do that. Follow the shortcut methods. Follow the shortcut methods. Here what is there? Due to less question mark. You can't stop the sentence there. No. So, something must come. Due to less what? Due to. And that too you are saying slowing growth. Growth slows. Due to less what? Less spending. So less spending means BA is 1 pair. No option B is there except this option. Khatam. Khatam. Okay. You have to do this in 10 seconds. This jumbled exercise anybody in our country can do. But what matters is how quickly you do. 10 seconds maximum time. Question number 37, guys. Can you try this? Can you try this? Question number 37. Can you try this? Hardly take only 10 seconds time. Not more than that. Make it fast. Make it fast. Make it fast. Make it fast. Okay? No? Not yet. Choose the shortest method. Don't read, the complete sentence. Don't read the complete sentence. Here if you observe, buy. So after buy, something should come. No. After buy, something should come. If there is a verb, like after buy, either the object should come, or if a verb comes, that verb should be ing. So here, by integrating. See? By integrating. By integrating. This is one shortcut. I also want to tell you one more shortcut. Don't read the complete sentences. To address what? What do you want to address? What do you want to address? To address the mental health. So this is a condition. This is a problem. You have to address this problem. So DB. You can use either of the two shortcuts. Don't read the sentences like a small kid. Easy section. We have here issue. The noun is issue. The vocabulary is issue. So choose the depicting sentence that has the correct usage. Read the instructions always. Find the sentence where this is properly used. Guys, can you make it fast? Where this is properly used. Where this is properly used. Yes, the company will issue shares. Perfect, no? There is no problem. Second one, she had an issue of anger that affected her relationship. What do you think about the second statement? She had an issue of anger. You're not sure? Okay, keep it on hold. Third one, the magazine's latest issue. Latest issue means latest edition. This is also correct. So 1, 3, no doubt correct. 2, not sure. In the options 1, 2, 3 is there? Not there. So relax. Directly go to the option 1 and 3, which means 2 is wrong. Why, sir? Why, Sham, sir? Why is 2 wrong? Tell me, sir. Why is 2 wrong, sir? She had an issue of anger. Why? Why can't we say she had an issue of anger? People say no. He had an issue of anger. Students, tell me, why do you think the second sentence is wrong? What is the reason? What could be the strong reason why second statement is wrong? You cannot say she had an issue of anger. She had an issue of anger management. Something else should come. Something else should come. She had an issue of anger management. And also, here the problem is, you cannot use an like this. 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 If you look at the second sentence problem is, you cannot say she had an issue of anger. Rather, you can say she had an issue of anger management. People cannot have issues with anger. People only would have issues with anger management. Am I clear, guys? You cannot have issue with anger. You only have issues with anger management. Okay, address is also a very simple word. Can you try the answer, guys? Address. Simple word, simple vocabulary, easy answer. Answer, guys. Answer, guys. Address. Okay. The CEO will address the employees. Perfect statement, no problem. The CEO will address the employee. Perfect statement, no problem. Please address this parcel. What is this? What is this? Please address this parcel. Teacher asked the students address. Perfect, 1 and 3. In the second statement, Sharanya, we don't say issue with anger. No. It's not about the preposition problem. Issue of anger management. Issue of anger management. You want issue of anger. Issue of anger management. Okay. So 1 and 3 problem. In the second statement, this is wrongly used. Please address this parcel what? Please check this parcel. You can say please check this parcel. Please check this parcel. Okay. Wonderful question. Maybe the last question in this session and in this paper. What do you think is the answer, guys? Simple question, no? Light. Yes, light. Simple question, light. Yes, guys, light. She prefers to wear light clothes during summer. Naturally, anybody would do that. During summer, we prefer to wear light clothes, not heavy clothes. Correct? Look at the third sentence. Please light the candle. This is also perfect. No problem. Please light the candle. Please light the candle. Now, if you see the second option, what is the second option there? Second option there, the box was too light for him to lift alone. The box was too light for him to lift alone. This cannot be used like that. Why? Guys, can you tell me what the problem is in the second option? What the problem is in the second option? What the problem is in the second option? See, when we say 2 to T over 2, T over 2, the meaning of the sentence is he is not able to lift it. If the box is light, what is the problem? So the problem is you cannot use light here. Rather, you have to use heavy there. The box was too heavy to lift. The box was too heavy to lift. So I have given you one homework, 2 phrasal verbs. You remember them? What is the phrasal verb meaning bog down and what is the phrasal verb meaning drum up? Comment your answer in the comment section. Here ends the paper. I tried my best to explain this paper in a very simple, easy but more informative manner. Still, I think paragraph was left, but we cannot get time to do the paragraph now. Before we end the session, I will ask you a question. Apart from this paper, apart from this paper, apart from this paper, I have the capacity. I have the capacity. I have the capacity to solve this problem. I have the capacity to solve this problem. I have the ability to solve this problem. Sentence 1, sentence 2. I have the capacity to solve this problem. I have the ability to solve this problem. Guys, between 1 and 2 sentences, can you tell me which sentence is wrong and why? Between the 1 and 2 sentences, which sentence is wrong and why? Which sentence is wrong and why? I have the capacity to solve this problem. I have the ability to solve this problem. Which sentence is wrong and why it is wrong? Which sentence is wrong and why it is wrong? Can anybody tell me the answer quickly? This statement is correct, this statement is wrong. First statement is wrong, my dear friends. Why, sir? Guys, here capacity word is absolutely wrong. You cannot use the word capacity here. Rather, you can use the word capability. Rather, you can use the word capability, but you cannot use the word capacity. Why? Reason is very simple, my dear friends. Reason is very simple, my dear friends. Capacity is different from capability. Capacity is different from capability. If you are talking about a person's ability, capability means ability. Do you know the meaning of the word capacity? Capacity means space, area. For example, this auditorium has capacity. No, it is not for weights. Capacity is also not for weights. Capacity means space. This auditorium has a capacity for 1,000 people. This room has capacity for 100 people. But I cannot say I have capacity to, ride a horse. Capacity is not ability. Capacity is different. Capability is different. Capacity means space. A lot of people, they are confused here. Many people say, I have the capacity to play cricket. Do you have the capacity to fight with me? Wrong. We cannot say, do you have the capacity to fight with me? No. Do you have the ability to fight with me? Or do you have the capability to fight with me? But do you have the capacity? Capacity cannot be used for humans at all. Capacity cannot be used for humans at all. Capacity is used for spaces. My house has a capacity of, accommodating 10 tables and 20 chairs. That is the difference. Thank you so much. Capacity of the lift is 5 to 7. Perfect. Capacity of the lift is 5 to 7. Perfect. Capability is different. Capacity is different. Okay. So thank you so much for being wonderful audience. According to the meaning of the sentence, which is correct. Yeah, ability is correct. Capacity is wrong here. Okay. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed yesterday's and today's session. I personally enjoyed both. I will try to make papers of this standard so that we all can learn better content. But again, every time, every paper cannot be difficult, because sometimes some papers should be easy. That gives us some confidence and happiness, motivation. Some papers will be challenging. I'll see you in my next session. Don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section. Your feedback will give me more energy. For me, boost, coffee, tea, energy drinks don't give me energy. Your feedback gives me energy. And also homework. Don't forget the homework. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Signing off, you Sham sir.